What's going on, everybody? And in this week's lesson, we're going to check out how to always nail those pinch harmonics, okay? They could elude us in the beginning of our playing as we discover those and try to get them out. And it's pretty simple once you realize the kind of things we have to do to get them out, okay? So let's talk about a few things. Right off the bat, we have to realize that the entire technique is in our right hand, has nothing to do with our fretting hand. Okay? And there are two things at play here that I think are important to kind of realize. One is harmonics in general. What are they and how do we play them? So we have a couple natural harmonics if you don't know. So if we go to our 5th, 7th, and 12th position frets, not as we would normally play those notes, but actually over the fret itself, don't squeeze, just lightly touch, we get natural harmonics. Now, they're natural just because you get good notes on those positions based on the scale length, but you can get those harmonics all over the string. Right? So all I'm doing is with my left hand, I'm lightly, just barely grazing the string and then plucking it, and you'll get harmonics. Okay? So now what we're doing is we're doing that with our right hand. Okay? So now before we get into that, there's one thing I want to talk about with the right hand. Okay? Now when we play fingerstyle guitar, classical guitar, bass without a pick, right? We're playing with our fingers. We have basically two different techniques for that. We have what's known as free stroke, right? Where I can just play. And you can see my hand is totally free over here, okay? Then we also have what's called rest stroke. And that looks like this. And what that is if I'm playing with my fingers, if I pluck, say, the D string, my first finger rests on the lower string. That's why they call it a rest stroke. Now, what we want to do is when we pick, we're doing two things at once. We are going to rest stroke with our pick. So as I play that low string, my pick rests on the 5th string, right? I'm not free stroking that, just up into nowhere, okay? Resting on the next string, okay? Now, as we rest stroke, essentially this part of our thumb, right, the knuckle, the side of our thumb that goes through the pick, that is going to act like our left hand and lightly get the harmonic out. So the whole motion is you're rest stroking, and as you rest stroke, the side of your thumb creates the harmonic. So now I can move that around and I get that effect. Okay? And that is how you nail the pinch harmonics, right? So again, tying that back in, that whole technique is over here in the right hand. The left hand's not doing anything. It's all the right hand. So again, we're rest stroking, and then the side of our thumb that's leaning against that string right there is what creates the harmonic. And here's what I mean about rest stroke, right? So free stroke or rest stroke. I'm resting on that 5th string. And because I'm naturally picking like this, it's really easy to just lean my thumb into the string. Eventually you'll be able to get the technique out where I can say pick out a scale like that, and I'm not necessarily rest stroking. So outside of that, give yourself a good amount of gain that's naturally going to compress the sound and really lift those harmonics if they're barely squeaking. And, you know, if you can't do this at all, you just got to sit here and keep trying for about a week or so. You'll start getting them out, and then eventually you'll always get them out. And there you go. Always nailing those pinch harmonics. All right? Down in the description below, you can find links for tabs, which are none for this video. Amazing. But you can also find ways to support this channel, and I'm humbled by all of your support. If you dig what's going on here, please click that like and subscribe button. And as always, let me know what you come up with. So until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.